What's going on, y'all, and welcome back to another Etheria restart video. Just wrapped up day 4, and just to catch y'all up on the progress, we are halfway through to 35, so close to unlocking Hell Mode, Nico Nana, start getting that mythic gear. But it would have taken some extra stability here, so I'm just going to go ahead and wait till tomorrow, get that naturally, and then we can hit those Hell Modes really strong. So if you have a chance, stop by. Tomorrow's a big day in terms of progression. I'm going to show you guys the teams I'm going to use to get all the way to Hell 4, hopefully pretty easily. I think it'll be, I've been prepping for this. I'm ready to go. We just need to hit that level cap. But the reason we're saving the stability, if you missed one of my previous videos, that's because in previous betas, they had a drop event that happens relatively soon, around like a week and a half after launch. And it's such a good event because you have bonus drops in both modules for Teramaton Doki. You have drops for the anime, the Animus Investigation, so XP for your characters, and then additionally the GP Prowess for all the prowess materials here. Bonus drop rates too. It felt like it was double. I don't know the exact amount, but it was a lot. So make sure y'all can stop by tomorrow. And today's video guide, let's go ahead and talk about some extra tips to get ahead of the curve. There's a lot of things I see players not utilize to sort of, get extra resources, to save resources, and trick the system in terms of certain like hyperlink charters. I want to talk about PvP and why a lot of y'all are missing out and should be doing it even if you hate PvP. And yeah, hopefully there's a tip that every single one of y'all watching can pick up. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get to it. All right, guys. First tip I wanted to make sure y'all know about, because a lot of y'all watching, this is going to be very tight on time, but hopefully you guys are tuning in quickly. You still have around 5 hours left as of watching this video to kind of try to get this Fearless Arena at least going. The RTA, I think, might still be open. It says Matchmake is still open here. But the weekly reset, make sure you guys get this done before the week. So you're going to want to look at, hopefully you guys are all doing your Etheria, right? I don't need to tell y'all to do this because of the very good rewards in the shop. And we'll go over that in just a second. But the Summit Arena and Fierce Arena, I think a lot of people, myself included previously, decided to save these for later, right? We're focusing on PvE, a lot of us are. And, we don't have the gear. We don't want to fight other players at the moment. Maybe some of y'all don't even like to play PvP at all. But trust me on this, you want to step into this even if you lose. And the good news is, if you didn't know, at least at the lower levels, a lot of the enemies you fight are going to be bots, which you guys should be able to clean up no problem. Of course, you will end up fighting real players as well, but it's okay even if you lose. I want you to guys step in here if possible, if time allows. And the reason for that is, in the Summit Arena, we do have up to 2,000 points. Now, I did spend them all. You guys can see here, there's some very good rewards, right? And this is, the Summit Arena is something called real-time arena, like in Epic 7. It's essentially where you fight other players in real time, not their AI defense teams, okay? So you're going to be fighting other players, and there's going to be like a little draft mode phase. And once again, even if that's not your cup of tea, I want you guys to play it if possible, if you have time, because the rewards here are very good. You got even some Apex summons, regular summons, gold lattices, which I think most of y'all should pick up first if we're worried about priority order. And then you even have some shadow prints for leveling your characters too, okay? So make sure you guys go ahead and do this every week. You can get up to 2,000 points. I think it's worth it. Give it a shot. After that, the Fearless Arena, guys. This one is also kind of time sensitive. This one's going to end a little sooner as well. I believe every week we'll be able to get some of these. Hopefully I can show y'all what would be under here. I'm not sure if it's going to be under the, I think it's under the reward section. Yeah, right here. Participate 3 times. Now, I did get some extras for just winning, but in general, right, I'm not ready for PvP either. I'm focusing only on a few certain units to maximize my resources. And, yeah, of course, I did take some fat L's. I did get defeated. We didn't win the overall tournament. But I can do that all later. Soon enough, once I finish all my PvE bosses, I'm going to step into PvP, start building PvP units. But regardless, once again, please just go ahead and play this. You can just yield out. You can just leave initially. You need to play 3 total brackets, but you will pick up a mental stabilizer. You can do it super quick. This is definitely worth it. So remember, you have 5 hours left. Make sure y'all do that once a week because I think it will reset. If this one doesn't reset, at least the points for the Summit Arena will reset. All right? So just a quick tip for the PvP. The next tip I want to talk about here, let's go ahead and look at the Hyperlink Charter, the one I always tell y'all to look at. This is what's going to guide you in the game. And shout out to Clay Ult if you guys know him. Old school FFBE, one of the streamers I used to watch back in the day. He actually was watching me and he felt bad that he missed out on this. So I wanted to make sure you guys get this info out there. If you guys ever see one of these in the Hyperlink charters, right? A lot of y'all are going to be coming up on this pretty soon here. Fully equipped 3 SSR animus with 12 outstanding modules. So initially you're going to think, I need to level, what is it, like 6 times 3, 18 pieces of gear to plus 12. The problem is outstanding gear is pretty good, right? Don't get me wrong. As you guys can see here, I have a lot of stuff here at like 15 for the outstanding, plus 12 on some of this epics, because this is my main set. However, when you gotta gear up 18, we're gonna start to have to dig deep, and there's some gear that you have lying around that is not really that great. So instead of leveling up some mid gear, some mediocre gear, and forcing yourself to level 18 pieces, which maybe some of y'all don't even have the currency for, instead what you can do here, and I can show y'all, I created a set. I called it Pink Cheese. It does sound a little weird, but what I did here is I put on 6 individual unique pieces of gear into a gear loadout, and all I did is I'm gonna like take a random unit, equip them with this, and then repeat this process 2 more times. So I'll show you the deal here. We do it again here. So first we did Shiata, now we put it on Lilith, and then for just 3rd random unit, throw this on as well. And trust me, this will complete the Hyperlink charter achievement here. So instead of leveling 18 pieces of gear, you only had to level 6 pieces of outstanding to level 12, and you definitely will have 6 pieces that are worth investing into. It's when you have to level up to 18 pieces where it gets a little rough, and you're probably going to be wasting stuff on gear that's not worth it. One quick additional tip as well, and it's just not applicable to this, but anytime you see fully equip, or they're telling you to equip some certain quality models, let's say unique, epic, or outstanding, even if you level something higher, it'll count. So if it says unique purple, that means epic, outstanding, and mythic will count as well, even if it doesn't say outstanding or higher. Just keep in mind, anytime they show this, you can level and just use pieces of gear that are even higher quality, and that does come up a lot. So keep that in mind. Next tip for y'all, let's go ahead and head over to let me find it here. I believe it's under challenges, the Shell Story. This is actually an event that wasn't in beta, and it's surprisingly good. So good, in fact, that I'm not a big fan of it, because there's a lot of RNG elements that have stamina included that puts players a lot ahead of the curve, just depending on luck, right? So if you're unlucky, you'll be a little bit behind. If you're lucky, you'll be a little bit ahead. But what that means is you guys need to be aware of this system, and let me talk about it real quick. The main thing is, of course, you just go throughout the board. There's a lot of random rewards you can get. And then when you guys do reach 5 out of 7, or 7 out of 7, excuse me, Revelation Wish Orbs, there'll be like 4 items to buy. Just go ahead and pick up the gold lattice pieces. I think that's the best overall. There'll be some gold lattice pieces to pick up alongside some other rewards. The main thing I want to tell you guys about, though, is this little cat guy, as y'all can see here. And you know what? We can go ahead and, just for recording sake, show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So sometimes you will have these special dice. You want to utilize those to hit key pieces on the board, either heading into this shortcut section for the juicy rewards, or to get this cat vendor. Now, hopefully, the cat vendor will have the stabilizer capsule for energy, but it is RNG. I have confirmed that there will be, every time the shop opens up, you can have randomized rewards, and you get more than 1 stamina capsule a day. I did get one on stream earlier. Let's go ahead and see if we can get lucky and grab one more. So we're going to use that cheese dice. Open it up, and unfortunately, dang guys, I was hoping to show y'all. These rewards are not good. On stream, they were much better. It was like some summon tickets, as well as the stabilized energy, right? 100 stamina that we could have stored up. These don't seem nearly as good, so it is what it is, but I do think it's still worth trying. This is called the Black Market Shop. Just keep that in mind. Make sure if you're using the Shell Story, you're targeting specific things, using that dice to limit the RNG. The last tip I'll leave y'all with, we'll just talk about this entire section together here, but it's utilizing the Cubic game, which I think a lot of y'all might be not doing. And then the Ember Trek I want to give a quick shout out to as well. But let's go ahead and open up the Cubic game. I did already do it today. So I don't know if I can open it. Okay, good. At least I can open it for y'all. But how this game works, if you haven't even dabbled into it, or if you looked at it and instantly noped out because it just looked, the explanation is not great, and it is very confusing to look at. But I can give you guys a quick rundown on why you should be trying this out, even at the beginning of the game. But they're going to give you like these, as you can see here, I placed all these kind of weird shapes on the board. And all that's going to do is, like, if you have, think of Tetris, if you have like a horizontal bar, it's going to buff like Leanne and Hellkid here. And if you can see here, Hellkid has an icon above him that's a summon. So keep an eye out on what each of their items are. And if you see something you like, you can buff that even more to get to increase the drop rate, or sorry, increase the amount of rewards you get, right? So I tried to get Hell Kit as high as possible. We got him to like 3-star with a purple background. They start at 1-star and a blue background. So you guys can see here, I gave him like 2 bars here, 1 of the diagonal, and then I gave him 2 of these horizontal bars as well to try to juice him up as much as possible. I think I got like 5 summon tickets from that or something like that. But regardless, the gist of this game is you get to buff these characters, and then the rewards will increase. So think of it like, you know, high risk, high reward. Now, I noticed, I don't think I changed the difficulty. In fact, I should have. I'm not sure when these unlock, but I think I can do Nightmare already. Anyways, I left it on hard, and the rewards are still worth it, just to give you guys a heads up. But on hard mode, I would say, like, as long as you guys are like level 30-ish, if you guys are lower around 20, maybe be a little bit safer. And then if you guys are newer, like level 10, I can't remember when this unlocks, but the first time I did it, I actually could not complete the enemies because I buffed them too much. Essentially, the farther you go, at least in normal, or excuse me, on hard, you guys, this was super easy still. I'm level 32, or excuse me, level 34, and this was juiced up so much, it was still quite a breeze. So just to give you an idea of the power level, at least on the hard setting, we will push Nightmare after this, and I'll tell you all the updated stats. But long story short, once again, you buff up the enemies, they'll get stronger, but so will the rewards increase. All right, so target the ones that have good stuff, give them the most buffs, and hopefully you guys can kill the boss and you'll get those increased rewards. The other thing I want to talk about before we end this video is the Ember Trek. Now this one, unfortunately too, I've used all my currency. I need to start saving some footage from stream so I can show you guys. But this thing, there's a roulette wheel that I don't know if I can open up either. Let's see. Yes, I can. Okay, good. I can't show y'all what's in there, but just trust me on this, guys. There is some juicy stuff as well. Not only on this first wheel, but if you guys see, there's some special gift boxes here. This one here will double your loot. So if you land here, you'll get 2 summon tickets. If you land here, you'll get 40 gems. What you want, though, is to hit this like up arrow on the gift box. That's going to show you an improved wheel. And there's things in there like red shadow prints. I heard there's a gold lattice. There's like 4 summon tickets. And not only that, guys, when you flip this board and you have this from this increased gift ticket, there'll be another ×2 present. That means on the increased reward one where I told y'all there's red shadow prints, if you hit that ×2 and then you hit the red shadow print, you get 2 red shadow prints. If you hit that ×2, you hit the 4 summons, you get 8 summons. It's quite incredible. So try your luck. It's really fun. And not only that, the Ember Trek is something you guys should be trying. It costs no stamina, and it's really not that difficult if you've been progressing, if you've been following my guide. So don't neglect on this. I think a lot of y'all are stepping into here, but make sure you're utilizing the wheel. And hopefully you guys get a little lucky and get some juicy rewards. All right, let's go and wrap things up there. Don't want to overwhelm y'all with too many random tips, but hopefully that helps you guys out. Once again, please stop by the live stream. So many of y'all been stopping by. I have 5 guilds included now. Shout out to Tristan Wolf, who joined us, has a guild as well. And yeah, I think we're good on that. I don't want to start a 6th guild, but if you guys, if we really need to, I'll keep making them. So thank you, everybody, for watching. If you stop by the streams, thank you again, too. And tomorrow's a big day. We're going to push the Hell Mode content, all right? Okay, YouTube. Thank you again, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.